"What's your call sign, soldier?" the general growled, standing tall with his hands pressed against the command table, eyes locked on her. The room fell dead silent. Dozens of hardened Marines paused mid-task, radios stopped crackling, even the air seemed to hold its breath. The woman in front of him didn't blink. She stood in full combat gear, jaw set, eyes like steel. Her presence alone was enough to draw glances the moment she walked in. Young, composed, and radiating calm under pressure. But this wasn't just about rank. This was a challenge. Before we dive in, comment your city or country below. We love connecting with you all around the world. Now, let's get started. "I asked you a question," the general snapped. "What's your call sign?" She looked around. Soldiers had turned in their seats. Some looked curious. Others looked nervous. Not for her, but for what they knew was coming. One man, arms crossed, whispered under his breath, "No way." And then she spoke. "Specter Six." The moment the words left her mouth, the room changed. A sergeant at the far end dropped his pen. Someone near the door audibly gasped. Another soldier slowly turned his head toward her, disbelief etched on his face. The general froze. For a split second, he just stared at her. His lips parted slightly, the bravado, the barking tone, gone, replaced by something quieter. Respect, and something else. Regret. "You're Specter Six?" he asked, voice lower now. She nodded. "Yes, sir." Silence stretched across the tent like tension before a storm. But this wasn't fear. It was memory, recognition. Because Specter Six wasn't just a call sign. It was a ghost story told in whispers of a black ops mission in the Korangal Valley that went sideways. Of an elite recon unit ambushed deep behind enemy lines. Only one made it out. One, and she wasn't supposed to survive. The files were classified, names redacted, but the few who did know the truth knew what Specter Six meant. The soldier who carried 3 wounded men for miles under enemy fire, directed an airstrike while bleeding out, and refused evac until everyone else was accounted for. She didn't tell that story. She never needed to. Her actions did. The general cleared his throat. His face, once stern, had softened into something closer to awe. He stood up straighter, his voice suddenly respectful. "No one ever told me you were transferred here," he said. "I don't advertise it," she replied calmly. Someone in the back finally spoke. "I thought Specter Six was a myth." "Yeah," another added, like someone made it up. A morale thing. She didn't turn around, just stood there, hands at her side, calm in the middle of chaos. "I was there," she said quietly. "It wasn't a story." One of the younger soldiers, barely out of boot camp, looked at her like he was seeing a ghost. "You saved a whole unit. Why didn't you ever say anything?" "Because I didn't do it to be remembered," she replied. "I did it so they could be." The general stepped back from the table and gave a single, deliberate nod. It wasn't a salute. It was something rarer, a moment of unspoken, humbled acknowledgement. And then, in front of everyone, he spoke the words no one expected. "Carry on, Specter Six." She gave a crisp nod, turned, and walked out of the tent without another word. No swagger, no grin. Just silence, the kind that follows impact. Behind her, the room was still quiet. No one laughed, no one spoke. The weight of what just happened sank into every person there. And then the sergeant near the back muttered, "That woman's a damn legend." But she didn't hear it. Or maybe she did. It didn't matter, because the ones who've truly been through hell don't talk about it to be praised. They talk only when it matters. And when they speak, the world listens. What did you think about this story? If you were in this situation, what would you do? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this story touched you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below.